Hello everyone. Carrying on from the last video where we talked about how we can softverize eNodeB. In this part, we will see how we can install proxy and user equipment in the same form. In the last video, like I mentioned, if you just execute the Docker Compose file, everything will be downloaded. It's partly true and no. I'll mention it here. So if you see, we used this Docker Compose file, right? So from here, if you try to run proxy, like the Docker Compose proxy, if you try to compose the proxy part, it will give you an error because it cannot find that image in the server. So the workaround for this was, so the one proxy they are using and recommending is this one. I will provide the link of this repository in the description. So in this part, what we need to do is first we need to clone the system, right? Then once we clone it, just go to the directory. Like I have already cloned the repository. So the only thing we need to do is copy this Docker Ubuntu file and bring it outside. I just renamed it as Docker file, right? So that I can just do Docker build. So just run Docker build and the image will be created. Once the image is created, then you can go to the then you can go to this YAML file and run the Docker Compose proxy, and it should work, because the rule is first it will look for any images in the local system, then go for the server if it does not find. So once that's done, and another thing, if you need to connect eNodeB to your MME or any type of access gateway, you do not need proxy running. So something that I mentioned in the last video, it should work. And for the OAI-UE, so we need to provide some settings for it to run properly to integrate with the eNodeB. Since it is written in Docker Compose, it will again be a container, and most of the settings will work, but there will be some settings which we might need to change, just like the PLMN and the MC for some examples. So in that case, again, you need to go to the conf file, and these are the names. These are the path for the file that it will be using, right? So this one, we don't need to do anything. It's just there, it works. So for this, just go in and change the two parts. And it's again the same thing as okay, so eNodeB, let us do from the folder. Yeah, this is more, I think, easier. Okay, yeah, it's here. So we need to go to the conf file, right? So CA script, conf files, and you need to see LTEUE band 7. So let's go to LTEUE band 7. LTSIM, I think it's this one, yeah. So here we don't need to change anything. Most of them are will work, provided both your containers are running in the same system, so you don't need to touch. But if you are running your enode B in a different system and your user equipment in a different, then this needs to change. Similar is the case for the in the enode B file. But since both my containers are running in the same system, so I don't need to touch here. Next, it's LTEUE using this one. So yeah, this needs change. So I changed something. Since I was working with old OpenAirInterface configurations, at that time it was 2893. So I just kept that because everything is set up in the core network and I did not want to change. And for the user equipment, you need to change the API key value, your OPC value, and and this one MSIN. So your MC value is PLMN plus this. So if you have your MC, just remove your PLMN value, and then the remaining you need to add in MSIN. Then you just need to first run enode B, check if it's connecting with your core network. Second, to do that, you can directly run enode B or first run proxy from the Docker Compose file, and the proxy should first run will try to execute enode B, then the proxy will happen. Then you need to run Docker Compose user equipment, and with that hopefully everything connects. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening.